In the package, you'll find a well-written installation manual in English. The manual includes a product list, a wiring diagram, steps for pairing your smartphone, and lots of other useful information. Here we have the module box. It has a power port, a USB port, a toggle switch, video input and output ports, and a port for the Wi-Fi antenna. This is what the ports look like. According to the manual, I set the first switch on the toggle switch to the on position. Next we have some cables. On this set there's a female connector. And here's a male connector. Remember these two openings because this is where we'll transfer an optical fiber cable. On this cable set you'll also find a mic out, which connects to the mic in on the other set of cables that goes into the USB port. Here we have the video cable for the display, and here's the final set of cables with the USB port and, as I mentioned, a mic in that will connect to the mic out I showed you earlier. This small device is the Wi-Fi antenna, and that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the installation. First, I'll use a plastic trim removal tool to remove the air vents, and I'll place a rag underneath to prevent any scratches. Gently pull the panel toward you, then downward. Now you have access to 3 electrical plugs that need to be disconnected. Unplug the engine start button connector, the middle black connector, and the white one, which was the most stubborn. Set the air vents panel aside. Now you will just need a T20 to remove all the screws. There are 3 screws on top holding the climate control unit. Take out this plastic panel, you won't even have to use the prying tool. Place the panel aside to gain more space, and now you have access to the other 2 screws holding the climate control unit. From the back of the unit you need to take out 2 connectors. Here you need to press the upper clip to release the plastic latch. I'll press it with something else so you can see the system better. There goes the white one, and now the black one. Press the latches all the way down to release the plugs. Now there are 4 more T20 screws holding the main navigation unit. Place a towel or a rag under the main unit to protect all the plastic trims. Let's take out the display now. It's just held by 2 screws. Remember, these 2 screws are a bit shorter than the rest. Pull out the lower part of the display to take it out as illustrated and unplug the LVDS connector from the back. It has this small clip that needs to be pressed. Now we need to unplug the original main power fodder unit. To do it you need to pull the black latch as much as possible. As you can see, the connector is identical with the fodder connector on the cable set that comes with the module box. Now we need to move the fiber optic cable from one connector to the other. To do this, you can even use a toothpick. Now I'll insert the female connector from the package into the original male connector and lock the latch to secure the connection. Next, I'll insert the fiber optic cable into the male connector from the package, then plug it into the original unit. To open the latch, press both sides at the same time. Insert the male connector and make sure the connection is secure. Now I will take the cable that was removed from the display and plug it into the LVDS port on the module. The LVDS cable that comes with the module has two types of connectors. The straight one goes into the module and the 90-degree angled one goes into the display. Now we need to route the power cable behind the navigation unit and climate control unit all the way up to the module. For now I'm routing it through here. And then through here. Make sure to stretch it properly so it doesn't block the reinstallation of the navigation unit. Now let's route the connector for the USB-A port the same way we did with the first cable. Plug the jack labeled mic in into the mic out port. I'll use a bit of electrical tape to make sure they stay connected. Under the glove box we need to remove 3 more screws that hold this panel in place. Now we can route the USB port cable to the area beneath the glove box. I will bundle the remaining cables and tie them with electrical tape. The module has enough space behind the display. I'll now reinstall the display and then the main navigation unit. Next comes the climate control unit, and finally the air vents panel. I did a quick check before installing the screws and everything was working just fine. To access the module menu, just press and hold the menu button. First, I made sure the smartphone is paired with the car's Bluetooth. Then I connected to the module's Wi-Fi network. I also connected to the module's Bluetooth. Now CarPlay works. You can use Waze or Google Maps. Siri also works.
Hello Siri.
Hi, how can I help?
Let's drive to Bucharest.
You'll need to turn on location services for that. Want to turn... Getting driving directions to Bucharest using Waze.
Let's explore some apps and functions together.
Proceed to Strada Ferralu, then take the first left.
When you activate mirroring, the CarPlay function will automatically turn off. Android Auto works just as well. You can even play movies using VLC. Okay guys, I think that was more than enough to show you how awesome this gadget is. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to buy the module box, don't forget to use the 20% discount code provided throughout the video and in the description. Bye bye.